I'm Steve Diamond, Director of Production for SendOutCards. This is my world. I've been asked today to take you on a little tour of the production facility and how the cards get created and sent out today. This is Command Central. All the cards that get pulled at midnight every night are sent here. We take and divide those cards out, create them, print them off to our 6 iGen printers, and track them through the system. We have custom written software for tracking the cards as well as for printing the cards and making sure that everyone goes out for the rest of the day. But instead of sitting here and talking about it, let's just go ahead and see how this starts. Okay, so this is the Xerox iGen 4. After the software works all of its magic, the cards come over here and get printed. The Xerox iGens are the biggest printers in digital presses in the market today, and we can print through each printer 80 cards a minute, which means in an hour I can print 28,000, and in a day we can print about 700,000 cards. Cards all come out on the paper. It's 14 by 20 inches. Print 4 cards on a single sheet. Postcards, we can fit 9 on the sheet. After this, the cards are taken over through the UV coater. We'll go over here. This is the UV coater. This piece of equipment applies a UV film onto the card. It protects it from damage from the sun, as well as potential damage for our equipment. And it goes through, gives it a nice shine. Every single card that gets printed goes through this process and protects it. After it gets done here, it's going to get cut down and creased and ready to be processed. Let's go see how that goes. Okay, so now the cards have been printed and coated. This is where the cards are cut down from the sheet of 4 that I showed you down to a single shed. Chad here is doing a good job of cutting them down. And so I have a set of these really quick. Go down to a single set of cards now that are ready to go over and be QA'd. Okay, so all the cards have been printed, coated, cut, and creased. We're now here at one of the most important steps at SendOutCards. A lot of people don't know, but all the cards here are actually checked by hand for quality and mistakes by the user. If you look down the line, you've got a bunch of people checking. Now what they're checking for is for imperfections in the print quality, the cut, the score. You'll notice students put one into a bin. All of the bins are labeled for different reasons. Some for user error, some again for cut and crease. All these cards will be reprinted at the end of the day, or the customer will be contacted if it's something that needs to be adjusted on their end. So now that the cards have been checked, let's go ahead and go over to my favorite part and let's watch them get put into an envelope. Okay, so this is the SendOutCards card inserter. This is the only one like it in the world. SendOutCards actually worked with an engineering firm back east to develop it. It's capable of running 8,000 cards per hour, including sealing, stuffing, stamping, and verifying. And we'll have a second one here delivered here in a few months. So we'll be able to process 16,000 cards per hour, inserted and out the door. Let's go ahead and take a walkthrough of how this system works. You see the cards here are now being fed from a table with a vacuum onto a table. It's then folded. You'll notice that the fold doesn't have any abrupt things crushing into the card, which is typical with other machines. It's then taken, placed onto a track, and inserted into a blank white envelope. The envelope is then sealed as soon as the card is put into it. There's no chance of the card and envelope being mismatched. It's then turned over and presented to an address printer that also is doing verification by a 2-dimensional barcode to make sure that card is the right card. So this is the system that's actually printing the address and verifying the card that we just were speaking about. If you look up on the screen here, you'll notice that there's a 2-dimensional barcode being scanned on every single envelope. It matches the barcode on every single envelope or every single card that's going into the envelope. After it goes through here, it's getting a stamp that covers up that 2-dimensional barcode. If for some reason it doesn't verify, it can't guarantee the right card is in the right envelope, it will divert it into this bin and remove it from production. We'll then figure out what happened and if it needs to be reprocessed. After that, you're given a final product, ready to go out in the mail through the post office. All cards leave within 24 business hours of being put in. Welcome to the gifting department. So we just saw a card get printed, coated, cut, and creased. When it adds a gift to it, it actually comes next door and it gets put into a clear envelope. This envelope is then matched up with the card, the proper gift, boxed and shipped right here in our warehouse. Let's go see how that gets done. So after the card's been put in the envelope, we go ahead and build boxes for them. You'll see Jen here putting the gifts into the boxes and putting the protective packaging around them to make sure they don't get damaged in shipping. After that, they're sent down the conveyor and matched with the proper card and prepped for shipping for the final check and printing a label. So when we get down here, you'll see Lisa actually checking, putting the right cards in with the right gifts, getting them ready to pass over to the shipping line. So Carl now has the right gift in the box matched with the correct card. scans the card, prints out the label, says that this package is supposed to go via UPS. So then you can go ahead and put it out with the carrier, send it out today. Thanks for coming on to our tour at SendOutCards production facility. I hope to see you on a tour soon. Thanks. Bye.